Hi everyone, welcome to Spiritual World. I hope you're well. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about the book of the Creative Act, A Way of Being by Rick Rubin. Oh my God, I read this book and I just went, It's as if I went into a deep meditation state. It was so nice, so powerful. Then I just went, I have to deliver it to you guys. It's as if I just went to a meditation. It's like, whoo, it's like a big wash. And I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to tell you guys that sometimes in our life, we are going through this constant journey of evolution and we are growing, right? We have to understand that we are all creators. Whether you are painting, whether you are cleaning your closet, whether you are cooking, you're doing art, you're doing poems, you're writing, you're doing painting, you're doing movies, all of this is a creative act. Any act is a creative act. We have to understand that we as ourselves, we are a vessel, and this universe has unlimited of data and transmit the data to us, and we're on limited bandwidth. We never know, like, is this what the universe is trying to tell me? Because we're on limited bandwidth, right? Because we're on limited bandwidth, and because we cultivate different kind of relationship that we have, because we cultivate the different kind of relationship that we have, we will build a specific type of belief system concerning the society, concerning also our self belief system, and that creates our worldview, and that really impacts us. So how we should live is really like, we are a vessel, we receive unlimited data from the universe. How do we live inside of that kind of environment? How do we live and try to receive as much that we can of the raw data and not to distort it and carry it and do whatever we're meant to do? So whenever we were a child, we received the data as such and we just go on with it. We play, we enjoy, and it is what we should always have to keep in that joyful moment of doing, of creation. And this is what we should do, to focus and remember that we are that vessel receiving the information from the universe. We also need to understand that the universe will give us a lot of information, but this information will happen that we receive. Let's say it's being sent to you. But then if you don't do it, it's okay. It might be passed to other people. Someone will do it because it needs to be created at this time, because this work needs to be created at this time. And when we see this work needs to be created at this time, we don't have to think someone steal the work from us. Now, we also have to understand whenever we are doing this, that as a creative person, we need to focus on a lot of awareness. How we hear what the word is being said, what is being uttered. It's important for us to know, this is being said toward me. With when you practice a lot of meditation, if you do a lot of yoga, you do a lot of ritual, journaling, writing, or you do things going for a walk or deep breathing, yoga, things that will bring you to a higher, heightened awareness so you can refocus on what is at stake. So you can have much more awareness to listen to what the raw data of the universe was trying to tell you. For example, let's say if you're doing a creative work and you're doing a coffee shop and you're having a mind block in the situation of the work, but then you overhear someone say something. It's a little whisper or something will happen, and this message is what you need to carry on the roadblock from your work, and it will untangle itself. Or let's say the author, he had his appendix burst and the doctor said, we need to treat you immediately, we need to remove your appendix. The author was super brave and he said, you know what, I'm gonna go to a local bookstore. He needed some guidance. He flipped open the book, and you know what he found? He found out on the first line of that page was, when a doctor tells you to remove an organ, don't listen to him. And then he said, I got my answer. To this day, he has his appendix intact. Now, one of my good friends that recommended me this book actually said, oh, let's go check out this book by Rick Rubin. The first page that I flipped open the first time, it gave me the message that I needed. The second time when it flipped open, it also gave me the message I needed. Oh, I was almost in tears emotionally. I was like, ah. And then that's why I'm letting you know that whenever you flip open the book, you could find out the right answer. We also need to know, sometimes you want to release what's inside in order to find out what your subconscious is telling you. Take a pillow, punch it very tightly for like 5 minutes, okay? 5 minutes. Inside of that 5 minutes, after you draw out every single thing that was coming out to you, and you'll have a lot of information, data for you. Or if you have two projects, let's say you have two projects inside and you don't know which one to choose. Take a coin, flip it. And when you're flipping, waiting for it to hit onto the table, you will know that what is the project A or B that I wanted. And then from there, you'll get your answer right away. And another thing I mentioned is to trust in nature. A lot of time we see the color palette. The color palette in itself is so limiting in color. You go into nature, the nature is filled and flooded with coloration, beauty inside of it. And once you see it, it will allow for you to see, wow, everything, nothing is ever static. Everything's changing. The bird sings because it sings, the color of leaf, everything is changing. The things are amazing, and from that end you could draw inspiration from nature, and you could see that, and you could see also for yourself, you are also not static, and you see that you are not static. You can actually build on yourself, and because you know you're not static, you can actually at all moment see that, okay, I could constantly reinvent myself. I could always see myself as new, right? So I wanted to talk to you guys about a game that happened with cultivating the beginner's mind. Now, inside of a game called Go Game, there was actually AlphaGo. What he did is he actually studied 30 million ways of how the humans was playing this game. Then he ran into a competition with the Grandmaster. This Grandmaster did a first game with him, and then the Grandmaster won. In the second game, the AI did a totally different move, completely different room from all the previously learned patterns that has ever done to the human mind, and he managed to win the second game. And then AI managed to win 4 games out of a row. And then after that, the Grandmaster said, I retire. The author actually was moved to tears by this story because he said, we have to constantly cultivate the beginner's mind. Think about the time whenever you are doing your artwork. How many times that you were following the rules, the 7 patterns that everyone's telling you to do, and that because you follow it so much, you follow the convention of what everyone's telling you to do. We have to remember all the greatest artists that lived beyond their time were the artists that were actually thinking outside of the rule, outside of the convention. So when you could think about that, you could have the beginner's mind, and you could let go of the set of rulings. Sometimes when it comes to rules, there will be moments that you do rules that you confine to. Let's say a movie's 90 minutes. Another thing, it is actually a book. It is 200 pages. This is the standard. Who says you have to follow the standard? Follow the way you want to create. Follow the way how the universe is leading you. This is a creation. You created the way that you want. And when you let go of the rules and how people are telling you, your family and friends or people in your surrounding telling you what to do, then you don't have to follow it. And then you just have to follow the pathway that is guiding you. Your inner awareness, your inner guidance is key. And you follow that. Now I want to talk to you guys about self-doubt. I don't know who has self-doubt, but me, okay, I have a lot of self-doubt. I just wanted to take time to mention to you guys that whenever we're faced with self-doubt because of your people, they will tell you to confine, you need to confine to the society expectation, blah, blah, blah. But as an artist, for example, a lot of artists, whenever they are doing their work, it is hard to do their work because their work is actually because they have gone through so much trauma, so much pain in their life. Because of the pain, of the trauma, they have such a big sense of feeling and awareness that they could create and generate a lot of great work. And a lot of these artists, they use drug and alcohol to numb their pain. So when the work is presented to the audience and it's not being accepted as the way that they want, they will isolate themselves and they will feel that they actually do not belong. And then this is a vicious pattern that keeps on happening. So whenever you are having that, question yourself. Are you self-doubting your work or are you self-doubting yourself? Because if you're self-doubting yourself, it will bring to quite a sense of hopelessness. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you is importance of tuning out. It's important for us to tune out whenever we are creating the work. We need to stay very focused, very honed in, and so many times we are not honed in into it because we let the critical voice of what we heard in your childhood, if you're a failure, you're this, you're that, to put inside of your head. The work is the work. Focus on the work, focus on the creation, and let everything else fall sideways. It does not matter in the moment while you are creating. And when you are doing, make sure you write the full draft, everything out, all the inspiration out in one setting. So like that, you will be able to build on that. And the last thing that I have to tell you is you cannot care about the outcome. The outcome is something that you cannot predict because sometimes you release the artwork, maybe something happened, an accident happened. There is the mental state of the people are not on par with what you think. There's major accidents, and then those news cover up the release of your work. So you can never control the outcome. Let it go. Just focus on your best work. This is an experiment when you're doing your artwork. Focus on creating and enjoy the work. And this is why I wanted to share with you guys. I hope you have a lovely week ahead. Bye-bye.